so typical. Body of a donut, that's so typical. Tail like a god, that's so typical. And he's still modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk the ouch of the ridicule. It's so typical. It's so typical and visual, I feel like the one. Yeah, I wake up every morning and thank God for my lungs. Cause I'm breathing so good, I know I don't have to run. When you're looking this good, no one can tell you to jump, to swim. Yeah, I'm trying to ride the wave, I'm trying to walk away. I swear my wrists are great, I'm getting used.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on our home team. On the visitor sideline, Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen. His guys, winners a week ago in that 4-5 matchup, looking to carry that momentum over to the divisional round. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys fresh coming off the bye, ready to prove they are the team to beat in the conference. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He felt a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Stroud to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
17 yards.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll try to pick it up himself. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
10 at the 38-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. 2nd and 10. Quickly here to Smith-Njigba. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Stroud. He'll try to pick it up himself. That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
Gain of 6. That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Stroud. Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba, 33 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
And get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Lawrence will throw. Got a man, that's Hunter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Lawrence on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Lawrence now to throw after that last run. That is caught by Hunter. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his routes, limit his touches. But that plan not working too well on this opening drive. That's already 2 catches for him, and this one, good for a first down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, this from 53.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
13 yards on the play. And a first.
Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Throwing now is Stroud. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Running left, it's Mixon. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Off the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
Stroud keeps it. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line. A gain of 2.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Joshua Hines-Allen. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So, as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Lawrence to throw. Open man, it's Hunter. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Oh, what a move. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. A solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Stroud working out of the gun. Smith-Njigba with the ground. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
That's another first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. First and goal.
And a first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Stroud out of the gun here. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Josh Hines-Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something.
Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. 13 touchdowns for the rookie during the regular season, and now he has his first in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. They juked him. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Jakobi Meyers. Second down and 3.
Jakobi Meyers. A gain of 17 yards brings up second down.
Now Lawrence.
The 31-yard line.
It's Meyers again with another catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
The 42-yard line.
Now Lawrence. That went out wide and intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and
Lawrence. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Meyers in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Meyers. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
Trayvon Walker on the stop. 1-yard gain brings up second.
Stroud to throw it.
At the 15-yard line.
And hit behind the line. He lost the loose. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We roll on here on this divisional round Sunday. 2 more final scores to get to, and then we'll know the AFC-NFC title game matchups. But first, let's look back at Saturday's action. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good divisional matchup in the black and blue NFC North. And it's David Montgomery. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. Up next, a massive game here in the AFC playoffs. And this is Josh Allen. On target with that one, he had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Bills are moving on. They'll play again next week for the AFC title. And here's a look at the current playoff bracket in the NFL playoffs. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. That's taken on the 25. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Looking to put a drive together. And Stroud now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Mixing up the middle. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4.
A gain of 4 brings up.
Here's Stroud. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A big pickup of 38.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for...
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. And here now the offense heading back out there. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Now Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. Now inside the 25. Touchdown! Nico Collins, 77 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 22 and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Jaguars.
In motion right here, Hunter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. From midfield now, Lawrence. Now he drops it incomplete. Now their struggles continue here.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
And the Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yes.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And a well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stroud. He finds Smith and Jigba. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and 1.
Stroud looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Stroud keeps it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He ran it last time. Now Stroud will throw it. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's to the tight end, Riley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Lawrence will throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. Oh, that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd
and again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Noel from 6 yards away. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Naimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Jaguars back with it on offense. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now Etienne to start the drive. Fighting through. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Lawrence. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolute astounding effort by every player involved.
Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
16 yards on the play.
Now Lawrence to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game. And this one, won by his side of the ball. They played so well, surprised he didn't get his second sack earlier.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
1st and 10 at the 37.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
35-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On the carry. And they fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
He doesn't give many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number is going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Over the middle, open is Thomas. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Now a 2nd and 10.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 22-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Here's a give to Mixon. Muscles him off. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a first down.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.